What's up guys, Koolaid here. Welcome to another episode of Killing Time with Koolaid. Today we are going to be focusing on the public test server, some of the changes that have been made this week. There's a lot going on right now, a lot of good stuff. Will bring you a lot of joy, I promise. The big thing came out on Tuesday, and most of this I covered in my Balance Pass post videos, so I'm not going to cover everything. Most of it you've probably seen by now anyway. I'm just going to quick hit on the couple things that I did not actually cover, were kind of surprises. So I'm going to go with that first, and then I will cover the new changes that actually came out today on Thursday. It'll probably be Friday by the time you guys watch this. But we'll start with the original post on Tuesday. So the big one that I didn't talk about was the flak now resists direct damage from explosive weapons in addition to resisting AoE damage. Rockets and other explosive direct damage has been adjusted to work better with flak armor. For example, rocket launchers do 1,000 to 1,335 damage on average now, compared to the 1,500 to 1,700 pre-resist damage that they previously did. Damage resists on vehicle side have been adjusted so that the rocket damage against vehicles and maxes is unchanged. So this is a pretty neat little buff to flak armor. Don't necessarily know if I'm going to run out and put it on all my classes or anything like that, but it definitely makes it a little more attractive. The other big one that I did not cover that came out Tuesday is the lock-on launchers. All infantry lock-on launchers have been adjusted to have a shorter lock-on range, but they lock on faster at close range. So anti-tank launchers, these now have a max lock range of 300 meters down from 400 meters. These will now complete their lock on in 1.5 seconds if the target is within 100 meters. They then scale to a 2-second lock time at 300 meters. Anti-air launchers, these now have a max lock-on range of 450 meters, down from 500 meters. These will now complete their lock-on in 1 second if the target is within 100 meters. They then scale to a 2.5 second lock-on time at 300 meters and further. So, that's a pretty cool change. I mean, we all can pretty much agree that lock-on launchers are a pretty skillless weapon to use. I do like these changes. Any nerf to them I can pretty much get on board with, but I do like the fact that they lock on faster if the target is closer. So if you have a Liberator getting ballsy and wants to get real close to the ground, these will actually be more powerful than if they were far away. So I do like these changes. The Striker and Annihilator, these have a 0.5 to 1 second longer lock time compared to the above launchers to compensate for them being able to lock onto multiple vehicle types. Fired projectiles now behave like the normal launchers, less hitting vehicles behind cover. The Annihilator is getting a damage increase to offset it having a longer lock time and no dumbfire capability. All launchers that can fire without a lock, hip fire accuracy is being reduced. Aimed accuracy is unchanged, though we fixed a bug that was causing them to reach their aimed accuracy before the iron sight animation had completed. So basically, I like all them changes. I mean, that's good stuff right there. Those are the major two that I did not actually cover in my Balance Pass posts. The other stuff on here is the harasser changes. I'm not going to go into detail. Oh, here's another good one. The AV Mana Turret has had its range reduced and blast damage reduced. This is good news as well. AV turrets just have way too much range, and it sucks. I don't get in vehicles much, but it sucks getting blasted and not really being able to determine where it's coming from. So I like that change as well. Blast damage on underbarrel grenade launchers has been reduced. They will no longer kill with one indirect shot. Direct shots will still kill with one hit. That also is a good change. If you're accurate enough to hit somebody dead on with them, it's fine. They deserve a kill. But I agree that a blast radius shot should not have killed anything in one hit. So I like that change as well. Now, the ZOE changes are up on the test server, and I talked about these before. We didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but basically they had their speed reduced. Forward move speed is now 50% faster than the max's base run speed. Strafe and backpedal move speeds are now at 43% faster than the max's base strafe and backpedal speeds, and sprint is now on the same as the base max speed, so the max cannot outsprint infantry anymore. But the max now reaches that speed faster when ZOE is active. Along with the reduced speed, damage is now the same across all cert ranks and only increases close range damage. After activation, the ability is only active for 15 seconds, and then there's going to be a cooldown. This is the big kicker. Each cert rank will reduce the cooldown. So I believe what I heard is at max rank of Zoe, you can have it active for 15 seconds. When it turns off, it will be cooldown for 15 more seconds. I don't quote me on that. I haven't been on the PTS yet, but those are the values that I've heard, I believe. So not only did it get the reduction in speed, it got the cooldown. Is that too much? I don't think so. I think that's right where it should be. Now, again, I haven't played with it yet, and I am looking forward to doing that. I have a video planned on maxes once this actually goes live, so I'll report more on it then. But we all can probably agree that Zoe needed some kind of change. Now, that's all I'm really going to talk about for the original post on Tuesday. The rest of it is stuff that I've covered. You know, the nanoweave armor change, the harasser changes, stuff like that, and then there's some other smaller stuff as well. I will leave the direct link for this if you guys want to check out all of that. But now I want to move on to the other posts that they came up with tonight. This is a smaller post, so I'm just going to read it all, and it says, currently on the test server, a general balance pass has been done of all infantry weapons. The majority of weapons have been tweaked in small ways. The larger balance trends are listed below. So this stuff is currently active on PTS. Our data has shown that LMGs performing too well at hipfire. In some cases, they're even outperforming assault rifles. We've done a global reduction to hipfire accuracy across all LMGs to make them more LMG-like. I must say that some of the NC LMGs, the Gauss comes to mind, has some pretty horrible hipfire, so I hope they didn't reduce it too much. LMGs, as far as TR and VS go, are probably my least used weapons on those factions, so I don't really have too much of an opinion on this, but I just hope they didn't go overboard with some of the harder-hitting NC weapons because they are so bad. Assault rifle hipfire weapons have had their hipfire bonus reduced. They still have higher hip accuracy than the standard rifles, so I guess don't really have too much to say about that either. All laser sight attachments have had a small reduction to their hipfire accuracy modifier. That kind of sucks considering I hipfire with advanced laser all the time on my submachine guns. 0.75x move speed weapons have been adjusted so that they have clear trade-offs for the move speed bonus. This generally means longer reloads and more recoil drift to match them being closer range variants. Carbines have had their minimum damage range brought in by 5 meters. So that means hipfire weapons, you know, the weapons that are clearly cut out to hipfire, and carbines have been nerfed a little bit. I don't think that's going to have a major effect on them, but we shall see. And if this greatly affects SMGs or carbines, you know, I'll probably do more about it once it comes live. And then the hipfire accuracy penalty on LMG compensators is being reduced to match the new lower base accuracy of LMGs, though hipfire accuracy with a compensator equipped will still be lower than it is currently on live. So just a little bit more about the LMG hipfire. Now the next stuff I'm going to talk about is the stuff that I'm really excited to bring you guys, the news that I'm really happy about. Even though it's not really going to affect me too much, I'm glad I can share this with you guys. I think we made a difference by, you know, voicing our opinions here. So it says we are increasing the one-shot kill range of bolt action headshots compared to the 150 meter limit currently on test, and this might be changed by now. I'm doing this video pretty late at night, so I don't know if this is actually live on test or not, but this will be on test sooner or later. The maximum damage of bolt actions has had a slight drop to make the damage curve work, but reload speeds are getting faster to compensate. A general balance pass of all sniper rifles is happening so that their roles are better defined. So what this means is the one-shot headshot ranges of the NC-14 bolt driver, the LA-80, the TR M70BB, the SR-7, the VS XM98, and the V10 are all going to be bumped up to 250 meters is the range that they can kill at one hit kill to the head. The SASR, the TR or the TSAR-42, and the VS Ghost are down to 200 meters. So those are guns that you're not going to be getting headshots at 200 plus meters anyway. And then the long shot, the RAMS 50, and the Parallax can all reach out to 300 meters for their one-hit kill head range. 300 meters being the maximum render distance anyway. So basically, snipers, you are pretty much getting your wish here. The hard hitting, faster velocity, the expensive bolt actions will reach out to 300 meters. You can now get one-hit kill headshots at any range. It's a glorious day for you snipers. So I'm happy that I could report that for you guys, and I really do think that, you know, all the posts and stuff about that really did make a difference with that. So again, this is just test server. This is not live. So this is still subject to change. Maybe they're just playing around with it. Maybe the values will be dropped back down. But for now, things are looking good for snipers. And then lastly, I have a post that I found on Reddit. I can't seem to find it on the official forums, but it seems pretty legit. I'm sure it's floating around on there somewhere, but I don't know. I just can't seem to find it. But there's a lot of good weapon changes here. Close range sniper rifles, both semi-auto and bolt actions. So the TSAR 42, SASR, and the Ghost, along with the semi-auto sniper rifles, are all having their scope sway taken away regardless of optic. That's going to make them much better. Maybe actually usable. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of tests on these. I'm looking forward to this because, I mean, I've been using our SMGs so long on my infiltrator. It's going to be nice to switch some stuff up. Burst variant weapons are getting a tighter cone of fire while ADS and not moving. 0.06 instead of 0.01 for all the 143 damage weapons, and then 0.0013 instead of 0.03 for all the 160 damage tier burst variants of weapons. So that is good too. Nobody really used burst weapons. I don't know if this is going to make them usable or not, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Battle rifles have a higher minimum damage range of 225 at 75 meters, up from 200 at 65 meters. So this means infiltrators can be killed with 2 headshots, while other classes still require 2 headshots and a body shot. But we know those fire faster than the semi-auto sniper rifles. So again, battle rifles are really undesirable to me. So any bump up in them is a step in the right direction as well. And then the Cerberus, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I've never actually used this gun. Now has a mag size of 10 with 60 total, up from 8 and 48. Also, its accuracy has been drastically increased. The cone of fires are now all 0.3 up from 0.6. So that's a little buff for the Cerberus for you VS guys. Also, the ACX-11 and Reaper DMR mag size is now 24 shots with a total of 144, which is good. I think they did need some more shots. The ACX-11 minimum damage range is actually down to 80 meters from 85. The Rebel mag size is now 10 shots, up from 8 shots. I like the Rebel already, so I'm glad that got changed. I might actually switch back and play with it. I've been using the Desperado for so long, or pretty much since it's come out. And then he has the carbine ranges listed on here as well. And now that I look at this post more, I think this just might be Mr. IDOC is his name. Actually posted this on Reddit. I think this is just some stuff that he threw together, so big shout out to him if that's the case, for bringing us these changes. You know, they always do this on the test server. They put in changes that they don't actually list anywhere else, and I think that's the case here, because I cannot actually find the post. But anyways, guys, that is all I have for you today. I'm going to try to keep the PTS changes up to date on my channel. I'll try to bring you as soon as I can. You know, I was a little late on the original one, but I didn't really plan on covering it anyway because I talk so much about it in my Balance Pass post videos. But anyways, just remember that all this stuff is only on the PTS right now. It is all subject to change. If there's something that you really do not like out of here, make sure you go state your opinion, and you know, maybe your voice will be heard. So anyways, guys, that's all I have. As always, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.